Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and we're going to talk about how Jane Foster is the man now. Jane Foster is the mighty Thor. Jane Foster is a more powerful Thor than Thor. We knew this was going to happen. It's been confirmed now via some leaked action figures that yes, Jane Foster does become Thor. We knew this because this is in the comic books, but she is being referred to as the mighty Thor, and Thor is just Thor. Yeah, he's just Thor. Also King Valkyrie, not Queen Valkyrie, King Valkyrie. We got some peeks at Star-Lord, Groot, and Gorr, who looks like one of the aliens from Prometheus, right? So we're going to talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 262,000 subs. Thank you for the support. We do talk a lot about pop culture. We talk a lot about Disney and Marvel Comics. One thing we've been talking about a lot lately on the channel is replacement superheroes, right? There was this trend for a while, and it's still going on, unfortunately, with DC, but at Marvel, they were replacing like every major Avengers character, every character. They got a female replacement, or they got a non-white replacement, or a gay replacement, or something. Anything other than having the Avengers be mostly made up of straight white dudes, because that was problematic. It was problematic, and Thor got caught up in that web back in, I want to say it was like 2013, 2014, when Jane Foster became Thor, and now they're bringing Natalie Portman back to Thor. I personally thought she was terrible in the first two movies, but they're bringing her back, and now she's going to be Mighty Thor. Not just Thor, but Mighty Thor. So we can get a look at the action figures here. Toys tend to spoil movies all the time, right? Remember they used to have embargoes. I remember when I was a kid, little kid, but Return of the Jedi, when it came out and the action figures came out, they wanted to surprise you with the Ewoks, even though I think they used them in marketing, but on the card backs for Return of the Jedi action figures, they blurred the Ewoks out, so you couldn't see them. You didn't know what they were. They were just these fuzzy black things that were going to be in the movie later that year. But they already spoiled it with the Emperor and Admiral Akbar, because those were mail-aways. It was like, yeah, we know the Emperor is actually going to be in this movie. And also some weird-ass goldfish-looking dude, he's going to be in this movie. I don't know. And as a kid, I just bought whatever aliens they had out, because they were cool. They were cool. They all played in the sand pile the same. Anyway, more Thor Love and Thunder promo art reveals Thor, Mighty Thor, Gorr, and plot details. Of course, Jane Foster is the Mighty Thor. So let's go down here first, and we'll look at her card back. A full version of Mighty Thor's promo art with a new character description. Jane Foster's life is forever changed when she mysteriously comes to possess the hammer Mjolnir and the power of the Mighty Thor. And she actually looks more Thor-like than Thor's looked in a long time. So there we go. We've got female Thor. Somehow she gets the hammer back. It looks like they pieced it together. Anyway, who else do we got here? We've got Ravager Thor, so he joins the Ravagers. New Ravager Thor promo art with a new character description. Thor wields the mighty Stormbreaker against a terrifying new foe, and that terrifying new foe would probably be Gorr, which is Christian Bale. And people are like, this doesn't look like Gorr at all. Gorr the God Butcher. They're like, well, they probably didn't want to confuse him with Ebony Maw, because he looks a lot like him. But, this is that trend we talked about before with Hollywood, with actors when they're in, superhero movies especially. Like, we can't see them with the mask on. We can't, if they're a CG character, we have to make sure the character looks like them. And you've got somebody like Christian Bale. He's not just going to voice a CGI character, which would have been kind of cool if he looked like he did. If he looked like he did in the comics, right? That's actually pretty badass. But no, he's just going to look like one of the engineers from Prometheus, just some pasty-ass white dude in a cloak. Of course, Star-Lord's in the movie and everything else. Let's see what people are saying about it. This is coming from Chris Parker. He's the one who leaked the toys first. I think this never released. Yeah, the Titan heroes. It's annoying. Why is Groot still a teenager? I'm tired of it. The Gorr design is lackluster. King Valkyrie, make it make sense. Yeah, Thor gave that title to Valkyrie at the end of Endgame. It fits so well. I'm in love with King Valkyrie. I'm getting all juicy. Drippy, drippy, drippy. I don't know. This movie, look, if you didn't like Ragnarok, I have a feeling you're going to absolutely hate Love and Thunder. I thought Ragnarok was kind of funny, but then I thought about it. I'm like, do we really want Thor to be funny? You know, I mean, it was a huge tonal shift, but I think the reason they did that was because the second Thor movie was boring as hell. But this one, I guarantee you, is going to be jokey and slapstick, and we're throwing Star-Lord into it, we're throwing Groot into it. So it's basically going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy movie with Thor, with Jane Foster, with Valkyrie. And, you know, for some reason, the MCU, space is funny. Outer space is funny and wild and crazy. And you know, they could have used a little bit of that in Eternals, right? Making space funny. Space was very, very serious, very somber and very boring. But, yeah, is there a Build-A-Figure? I don't think so. Oh, Korg. You build Korg. Why does Gorr have a nose? They're afraid he's going to look like Voldemort. No Beta Ray Bill, I'm out. Yeah, I heard he was supposed to be in this one. King Valkyrie. Yes, King Valkyrie. Nathan here. Very juicy for King Valkyrie. I would aggressively bow down to that woman any day. Titled King. Wow. Star-Lord, though. Gorr looks like Zordon's brother. Ravager Thor. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so look, we know that, you know, this movie is going to be about Jane Foster being the better Thor, I'm sure, because Thor has, you know, become fat Thor, lazy Thor, the Thor who almost killed and failed Thanos, and he's loser Thor now, so we got to have Jane Foster come into the picture to show him how it's done, right? Because that's how it's going to work going forward. And I'm not saying they can't make the movie interesting. It's going to be hard to make the movie interesting when Natalie Portman is just not a very interesting actor, right? Or actress, I'm sorry. I didn't want to misgender her. Actress. She's not a very interesting actress. And, yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is the way things are going, right? This is the MCU. This is what everybody's talking about, that they're going to push female replacement characters. We've already seen it with Hawkeye. Kate Bishop's going to take over. Now, I do think they made Kate Bishop more likable on the show, but the reality is she's going to be Hawkeye going forward. Jane Foster is going to be the mighty Thor going forward. You see a pattern here, right? And now what you're not seeing is Black Widow replaced with a dude. That would be interesting. But yeah, we've got America Chavez coming into the picture. We're going to have She-Hulk. We're going to have Ironheart. Basically, all the male Avengers are being replaced with females. And, you know, we'll see how the public reacts to that. I don't know how they're going to react to that. You know, well, actually, Captain America, never mind. Sam is Captain America. But we got to have America Chavez, too, just to, you know, make sure. You know, but yeah, I want to see them take out Brie Larson and bring in a male Captain Marvel like they were supposed to. You know, I don't think that's ever going to happen. It never works in reverse. You know, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.